It's the Let's Go Eat and Drink Show with your fabulous hosts, Bill Allred and Jimmy Santangelo. I'm your announcer, Zach Caton, and this show is coming to you live on tape from the Mercantile on 25th in downtown Ogden. Today, we're talking cheese. Beehive cheese, that is. Beehive is Utah's own award-winning cheese that was born, or cultured, if you will, in Ogden by the Welsch family. Britton Welsch is the CEO of the company and a second-generation cheesemaker. As you will soon hear, Britton loves the family business, he loves cheese, and he loves Ogden. Probably in that order.
Please don't hesitate. Eat, drink while we're doing this. That's what the name of the show is. Let's go eat and drink.
Yeah, you can swear if you want.
Yeah,
Okay.
God darn it.
It's like
He doesn't look
PG-13,
like
not
a big.
rated R.
Yeah, he doesn't look like a big swear. But you know.
Get a few of these in me. And
This is not FCC regulated. You can just do what you want.
But one thing I'll be interested is, you may know this, I don't know if you know, but whenever we do our shows, this podcast, we do feature Beehive cheese. So you guys are always on all of our episodes. So
You're our main
dozens and
sponsor.
dozens and
Pretty
dozens.
much. As a matter of fact,
So,
shall I?
yes, with that then.
In a league of its own, Utah's Beehive Cheese, and we have the president and the CEO of.
yes, sir.
Do I have that right?
Yep.
So correct this copy if it's wrong. Okay.
Okay.
In a league of its own, Utah's Beehive Cheese uplifts modest cheddar to artisanal greatness with spirited flavors that spark conversation.
Love it.
Is that good?
Yes, love it.
Okay, producing award-winning cheeses that bring friends and family together.
That's what it's all
That's
about.
good. Okay.
Yep.
Beehive Cheese earned first place at the 2024 International Cheese Dairy Awards for Best Cheese in the USA and took home silver at the World Cheese Awards 2023, as well as earning the Slow Food Snail of Approval late 2022. Good so far?
Great so far.
Okay,
Yes.
okay. Beehive Cheese is also one of only 7 American cheesemakers to be B-Corp certified.
Yep.
Now, when I first started reading that copy, that's where it ended. And I would look up and say, can anybody tell me what B-Corp certified means? What the hell is that? And so finally, somebody, I guess, contacted your office, and they said, oh, B-Corp certification is a designation that is a business is meeting high standards of verified performance, accountability, and transparency on factors from employee benefits, charitable giving to supply chain practices, and input materials.
Yeah, that's true, and it sounds like you just read that out of like a legal textbook, which is great. And that's the copy that they say on their website.
Give me the human feeling behind that.
So you'll go and like watch the news or watch some press release, and you have the CEO sitting up there with his tie on and suit and whatnot. And, oh yes, we're good to our employees and we give back to society and whatnot. The truth is, none of that is necessarily verified. Mm-hmm. So the hard thing that we've had to do is we chose to be certified in a lot of these claims. So we'll actually go through and like run the numbers on how we're paying our people, and we actually have to hit certain benchmarks. And it's tough, and it's very much worth it. But the idea then is business as a cause for good. Mm-hmm. And not only are we making cheese and really phenomenal cheese, but the folks that are doing it are really well taken care of, and our community is well taken care of, and it's certified.
The person you're hearing speak is Britton Welsch. He is the president and CEO of Beehive Cheese, Utah's own Beehive Cheese. Now, before I ask you more about that, first, Jimmy.
We'll raise a glass to that. Cheers. Thanks for joining us today. This is a Malbec, grape variety out of Argentina and Mendoza area. This is a fun one. I love the label on this. Look at just about the packaging. This number 1, the Uno, and the grandkids of this winery wanted to celebrate their great-grandfather's first vineyard that they planted after World War II. There were a bunch of Italians coming over from Italy after World War II into Argentina planting, and this is just something that's been a lot of fun. It's a vineyard that's been in the generation for years, and it's now mass produced. So
it's excellent. Now, Britton, I learned just sort of on the side that you're an Ogden boy or a Utah boy, certainly an Ogden boy.
Yep. Ogden.
I found that out because apparently he went to elementary school and junior high with my daughter, Julie. So they went
all these years ago. Yeah, 20 years.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
So how does somebody, an Ogden boy, become the president and CEO of a cheese company?
By saying yes to your parents. So kind of our founding story. So my dad was in software, my uncle was in real estate, and right around the late 90s, the software industry just totally blew up. It was the dot bomb. He was looking for work, couldn't find anything, and he's like, well, darn it, I'll just work for myself. So put this crazy idea together. A friend told him about this literal goat farm up in the Adirondack Mountains in upstate New York that was for sale, and it was a steal. They were selling it for a song, like all these goats. So he took my mom, they flew out there, went up into the mountains, and got back, and I remember this day vividly. We were sitting around the kitchen table, and my grandma's there, and they're like, Ruthie, my grandma, Ruthie, I think we're going to sell our house and move the kids to upstate New York to make cheese. And she just turned to them and was like, we've got cows here, don't we? Why can't you just make cheese in Utah? And he kind of did this double take of like, I'd never thought of that.
So she's the smart one in the family.
Yep. And then, I mean, my story with cheese, that as really anybody knows whose parents start a business, you're just kind of there. So day one, I was stirring the curds. Day one.
Where were you doing this?
Down in South Ogden. So right in the mouth of Weber Canyon.
Yeah.
Yep. So who'd have thought that like world-class cheese is right here in Ogden?
There's a little plot of farmland down there?
So, yep, originally we sourced all of our milk from a small dairy out in West Ogden, and they'd get the cows milked up for their 4 o'clock milking, and by the time 5 o'clock rolled around, the milk truck would pull in. So, highest quality milk makes the best quality cheese. So,
now, did your dad, who started doing this, and is he still with us and still doing it?
yeah, still rocking and rolling.
Whatever possessed him to want to make cheese? I mean, did he have some? Did he love cheese? Did he?
We've always been foodies, and like kind of we try to be nice about it, but like folks that are not foodies come in and like, oh, they're a little stuck up. It's like, no, we're not stuck up. We're just very passionate about good food, good wine, etc. So I remember he was playing tennis, broke his Achilles tendon, was put up for a couple of months.
Oh, yeah.
So he's sitting in the bathtub reading Steve Jenkins' Cheese Primer, like this book all about every cheese that's ever been made. And like after it, he's like, I actually
my
really
go-to
like
bath read. Just by the way, I just wanted, it's.
I understand the illustrations are really good.
It can get, it gets up there. So, but yeah, just a passion for food and good cheese, and honestly, and there's also that business kind of element too of like Utah doesn't have this. We need this. People want this.
So what year was it that you started making the cheese?
2005.
That's only 20 years ago?
20 years ago. Yep. So this is our 20th anniversary. So
congratulations.
We're
Let's raise a glass to
that.
that.
That deserves a glass raising.
For sure.
When did you know, oh, this is going to make it?
It's kind of funny. So like when you're a kid, your parent, or at least for me, my parents, I felt like they just walked on water. So it's like, oh, there's no way this can fail. And if anything's happening, let's just work harder and make it work.
So there was just no question. Failure was not an option, as I say.
Failure was not an option. It's like this is our life. We're going to work hard.
But when did you see it starting to take off?
So that would have been in 2007. So Utah State, kind of the first thing.
Let me have some of that. Is that meat different than this?
They should be the same one, but this is
it's
sopressata. Yep.
Okay. And who makes this meat?
This
Creminelli, maybe.
I think it is Creminelli. Yeah. So good local salami.
Anyway, you first saw it sort of happening.
So we didn't know the first thing about cheese making. Utah State ended up giving us their recipe for how to make cheddar, which is a huge honor. One of the most leading, foremost dairy institutions in the country. So they give us this recipe of our base cheese, and of course the first thing we do, because we have no experience making cheese, is we actually made this cheese here, which is our Barely Buzzed, rubbed in a blend of espresso and lavender. The only reason we made this is because we didn't know better. It just sounded good.
It's a white cheddar cheese?
Yep, so white cheddar with coffee and lavender on the rind.
It's so good.
So this in our second year of making cheese, which in hindsight, this is insane to think about. We enter this cheese in the American Cheese Society. It's a national cheese competition. Take it out there. They're sampling through it. We win best flavored cheddar in America with it in our second year of making cheese. So it's kind of fun, but the cheese is really good. And that kind of
it's the promontory base, right? That's your mother cheese, if you will, and then you rind it, you rub it around the rind,
literally rubbed, yes,
literally
with love.
And I like how you can kind of see, and I love tasting this cheese like different angles because you can taste how much it absorbs the flavor from subtle.
You can also tell by how old it is. Because the longer it ages, the more
it really gets in there.
Yep.
Man. How long do you dry rub generally?
So we'll rub it at day 1, and then it'll age out anywhere from about 6 to 9 months, depending on the cheese. So,
what I like about it is, I just had a piece of it that had 2 sides with the, and I didn't like it as well because I like the creaminess of that cheddar. Delicious.
The creaminess is amazing. And then, one of our goals in it is, we're selling high-quality cheese, not like stuff. So we've been very intentional to be subtle with the flavorings to really bring out the goodness in the award-winning cheese.
Is this the Hatch chili one?
Yes.
Oh, this is a good one. You're going to like this one, Bill.
Yeah, thank you. So, again, it's the basics, the same cheddar.
Same base, but by adding the different flavors, it takes it in a very different direction. This one, you almost get kind of a queso vibe.
What I like about these cheeses is that, sorry I'm talking with my mouth full, but I just can't stop eating these cheeses.
They're great.
I love shredding them. It's not just, you can melt them, they're meltable, you can have them in a variety of ways. Amazing.
And unfortunately a little bit habit forming. Once you do like a quesadilla with this Red Butte.
You can't stop.
It's hard to go back,
So how many varieties of cheeses does Beehive make now?
We'll do about 5 or 6 that are common, and then another like 3 or 4 that you kind of have to find on special.
Is it always the cheddar?
Yep, so cheddar's the base. But the crazy thing too is like a lot of these cheeses, you'll drink your wine, and then by trying it with a different cheese, it's a totally different experience. And Jim's the pairing genius, but like, how does that work?
You're absolutely right. It's just the different salts and the fattiness in the cheese cancels out the tannic structure and the fruity profile of the wine that really overly emphasize when you mentioned Heather, part of your culinary team, when we do our sponsored cheese and wine pairings, we just have so much fun pushing the boundaries of what we can do. And people just love it. You can have the exact same wine with 3 different cheeses, and not only do the cheeses emphasize and become elevated in their flavor profile, but the wine tastes different. And it's the same wine, but that's just the success of a good quality product.
Now, where did you start selling Beehive cheese initially?
The farmer's market. And I remember, being down here. So we're down at the Mercantile in downtown Ogden. Right across the street is where the Ogden Farmer's Market used to be. And I remember being probably 13 or 14 and like not necessarily wanting to be there. So I probably had a pretty bad attitude. And I'm just like, that's work. And I remember kind of the first time I made that sell and somebody came up and they tried a sample and they're like, oh, this is really good. It like kind of sparked something in my brain of like, wait, people love cheese. People want to connect over this.
Yeah. There's so many things to think of. So you started the farmer's market, and then you got into stores eventually.
Yep. Yeah, so Harmon's has always been huge at supporting local. Sure. Smith's is great. So occasionally you can find it in Costco, so that's kind of a good deal.
Yeah. And then also, what about, is there something, there must be a lot going with how to package it and how to keep it, fresh and package it and all of that kind of stuff.
Yeah, so I think one thing I've thought about a lot is like, so you have this really nice piece of cheese and you kind of spend top dollar for it. I mean, You're going to the store and you're buying this really good cheese. And then what I have done a lot is like you get the really good stuff and then like you don't get to it. Next thing you know, it's gone. And it's like moldy or it smells like Windex or whatnot.
That has happened to me.
So one thing I would definitely recommend when you're opening the cheese up, don't touch it with your fingers because you don't see it, but your fingers have like mold spores on it. They're fine, but like when you touch it on the cheese, that's a perfect place for them to grow. So just be sure your hands are super clean when you're handling your cheese. But
Makes sense.
Take good care of it and try to keep the oxygen off it. So like wrap it really good.
And now you can find Beehive cheese pretty much in all certainly the major stores. And I assume the business has grown exponentially over these 20 years.
Slow and steady, because I mean, you look at like a lot of these companies that grow super quick.
Yeah.
We're just a family company, and we're kind of self-made. So like every time we have to buy cheese, we buy the milk on day one. We make the cheese, and then as the cheese ages out over 6 months, like we're not paying our bills for 6 months until we sell the cheese later. So we've had to be very careful and intentional about growing. So we are very fortunate. We have some phenomenal fans and a great team. We've been able to grow as a family company over the years and haven't had to get on like private, like venture capital money or anything like that. But just the reception we've received from the public has been so humbling.
And you don't have to get specific about it or anything, but I know Criminelli, for instance, cured meats, not owned by Mr. Criminelli anymore. You know, it was bought up by, I forget the name. You know, it's not. I don't think it's Boar's Head, but somebody bought them up.
Yeah.
And that's fine. It's still a fine product, but there's something kind of sad about that. But I think somebody made him an offer, and he just went, I'd be stupid to turn that down.
And I mean, Mr. Criminelli met his business partners and friends in the Torino Olympics over in Italy, and they brought him over to live the American dream, which is to do something cool and like find opportunity in the land of opportunity.
Yeah.
So I can't fault Cristiano.
No.
But that being said, it's like it takes a lot of discipline. So what Pat and Tim, my uncle and dad, have done in kind of making the kids work for it and earn it and then pass it on to the kids, it's a pretty cool story.
It is a cool story, and you end up being the president and CEO of the family company. Now, what other family members, aside from your dad and your uncle, are still in it?
Yes, so I'm the CEO. I serve as the CEO. My cousin, so Pat's second oldest son, is the president, Oliver, and he does a lot of like national sales, so going around and sharing cheese stories all over the country. My brother is our ops guy, so making sure the trucks all leave on time, and down there up to his elbows in coffee, getting the barely buzzed batches right.
Yelling at people.
Calling people, why didn't you show up to your shift?
Yeah.
But it's and Avery, whom you met, one of our local, she does sales as well, my cousin as well. So it's a family affair.
I love it.
Partnering with certain local charities and things like that. I know you supply cheese for somebody will call you and say, hey, we're having a charity event. Would you provide the cheese? And I think people sometimes discount that, how important that is. A, giving back to the community, but B, it's important marketing as well.
It's kind of karma, to say a different word. I don't know if that's necessarily like a technical business term that you'd learn in business school. But
Probably
like,
not.
do unto others as they do unto you. And if you have somebody that's like, hey, we need some cheese to do something fun, it's like, that's why we started this.
Okay.
So.
Yeah. Are you still, where are you now? Are you still in South Ogden?
Still in South Ogden. So we had a unfortunate set of events that ended up being a blessing in disguise. So we built our little facility down in the mouth of Weber Canyon, and after about 15 years, we just did not have the space. We have folks that want cheese. So we were looking to grow, and the county came out, and they're like, you guys do not have water. Like, you cannot get enough, like, water processing to run this facility.
Sure.
So we were, for about a year, just really beside ourselves. We reached out to Gosner's, so that is a fourth-generation cheese company up in Logan.
Right.
We hit them up, and we approached them. So we've been buying milk from them for 20 years, from one of their farms here in Ogden. So we know them. We never had a contract. We're buying a lot of milk from them, millions of pounds of milk from them, all on a handshake. So, like, these are the kind of people we've loved doing business with. So we're sitting down at the table with their president, third, fourth generation, Kristen, and we kind of turn it over like, hey, we can't make cheese here, and we don't want to, like, Tim wants to retire. We don't want to invest the retirement into building a new facility. Would you guys make our cheese? And they were like flabbergasted. Award-winning, they were really intimidated. We're like, no, we'll work with you guys. And we did that. For the last 2 years, we've worked alongside them hand by hand. We built a creamery in one of their cheese plants up there. So this artisan handmade creamery inside of this state-of-the-art, food-safe cheese plant.
Yeah, because they do, like, industrial amounts of cheese.
They do, like, a pretty big chunk of all of the Swiss cheese made in this country is made in Logan. Yeah. So we got that up and running, and actually, so we've, announced it. We've been very transparent with this. Gosner's our partner. We absolutely love the values of their company and the quality of their cheese. And we actually just won our first award through the collaboration. It was the award you mentioned, the International Dairy Competition.
Fantastic.
So Gosner made cheese with Beehive. We partnered up and took an award in London. So it's like it's just humbling seeing the genuine connections you can make over the years over something as crazy as cheese.
Have cheese that's been rubbed and rind, is that something more, has that always been done? Is that something that's, it seems like it's more of a category today than it's ever been.
I think you're right. Like, so it's something you see a lot now, but back in 2005, this didn't exist.
Yeah.
You think about
I think it's the first time I'd ever had a rubbed cheese was having Beehive.
But specialty cheese didn't exist back in the 80s. So there's this kind of joke. You have the goat ladies of the 80s. They're like these disenchanted hippie women that like moved into the mountains to like farm goats.
Like a Laura Chanel goat cheese,
Vermont
and then the
Creamery,
whole, and then, okay.
So you had this amazing kind of grassroots cheese movement because before that, post-World War II, all of the cheese in our country was commodity. Family farms bought up right and left. Everything, all the milk was just shipped off and turned into like squirt cheese, which again, nothing fundamentally against squirt cheese. It just lacks a little bit of the soul.
Well, and it's terrible for you.
This cheese is very good for you, but squirt cheese less so. So that was kind of something that we started back in 2005, but we wanted to make something special, and that's really where Tim looked at it and was like, my other uncle out of Colorado was a coffee roaster. It's like, well, we've got this coffee laying around. Let's put it on the outside just to see what happens. And it really legitimately pioneered a whole new category that's fairly popular.
Isn't that your bestseller?
So the Barely Buzzed is our number one seller.
Yeah, I would think so.
Yeah.
That hatch is really good too. I've had that before. That is excellent.
Is this the Beehive or the Promontory?
I'm not sure. I'll do an assessment here.
Let's see what you got.
I'd guess it's the Promontory. Yeah.
That's so good. That's the base.
And my compliments to Heather. It was Heather who put together this.
Heather built an amazing charcuterie.
For putting dried figs on there.
Oh
God, I love those. You don't get them very often.
Those are good for you too.
Yeah. Yes, they are. So any thoughts of where the company might go in the future? Experimenting with some different kinds of cheeses, perhaps? Or?
Yeah, definitely. So new kinds of cheeses, still maintaining the same quality, but like a lot of listening to our fans. So folks, I mean, you have like a lot of busy moms and whatnot. It's like, how can I get cheese more conveniently than having to like sit down and like prepare a charcuterie? So just thinking of different ways to like meet people where they're at in their day to day. So that's a lot of fun. And then our partnership with Gosner's, they do some really good base stuff. A lot of their guys are meat and potato folks. So, of course, in our true form, taking some of their really good kind of base cheeses as a palette and adding some of our artisan pizzazz to it. It's kind of fun as well. So.
I assume Gosner's has that Beehive has a website. Are there some recipe suggestions on the website?
Yeah,
and all of that?
Yeah, for sure. So Instagram, our website, just a ton of like just how to use it, how to cook with it. And the nice thing about cheese is like it doesn't take an advanced degree to like break it out and accidentally eat the whole 4-ounce block in one sitting and be like, you know what, I feel good about that. Right. That tasted pretty good.
Yeah. It's sometimes it's difficult to melt cheese. Is there one of your cheeses that melts better than the other?
All of our cheeses will melt really well.
So you could just use it on a
toasty,
like this one. Use it on toast or whatever. Yeah.
Toast, quesadilla.
Excellent.
Yep.
Yeah. This is great stuff, and oh my gosh, this charcuterie board is just incredible. It's Beehive cheese, and it's an amazing company. And if you haven't had it, I don't know why, because it's there. Go scrape the Murray cheese aside and look for Beehive. Oh, Murray makes a fine product. Scrape it aside, and say, oh, there's the Beehive right there. Smaller company, but a high quality of cheese. It's excellent.
No, and I love that being Utah. If you're from Utah or live here in Utah and you're a transplant, you came here, you can order your cheese, you can have it delivered to your mom, your aunt, your sister in other cities, and then you got your Mother's Day Zoom call going on. Everyone's eating the same cheese and have that bottle of wine. It's fun. Ogden's own, Utah's own kind of product, that Beehive, great name. brings together, and you can share it across the nation.
And you did allude to the fact that you have marketing in other states. How many states are you selling your cheese in?
So we're nationwide right now.
Awesome.
So you can find them all over the place, a little bit in California here and there. But so you mentioned Murray's. So the Murray's counter inside of a lot of Kroger stores. They'll partner with Beehive, so you can find Barely Buzz nationally in a Kroger store. So that's pretty cool.
Excellent.
Yeah.
It's if you're it's this basic here. What do you call your mother cheese?
Promontory.
Promontory.
Sorry. Yep. No, you're good.
I'm so used to talking about. I'm so used to I'm so passionate about Beehive cheese.
Yeah, with nothing on it, it is just the creamiest white cheddar cheese. It's just great. By the way, can you tell people what makes cheddar cheese orange and why it's orange?
So a food coloring called annatto. So all natural. It's not per se a bad food coloring, but yeah, milk is white, cheese is white.
And I don't know why did that. There was some weird reason that they did it.
You hear a lot of stories. So, okay, I'm going into cheese story time. So the first one said they bred carrots to be orange. Carrots were originally kind of yellowish, but they bred them to be orange because orange is pretty. So same thing, let's add coloring to cheese to make it pretty. Yeah, it needs pizzazz. So I mean, that's valid. It can be really pretty. Right. The other one is I've heard milk spoilage. Back in the day, before they had really good refrigeration, if your milk was kind of not quite right, it could get weird colors. So just add so much coloring to it, but nobody knows if the milk is good or not.
Well, it's great stuff.
Yes, it is.
Do you have a splash of news?
Yeah, so what we do is a little splash of news, something, and I picked a story. I pulled a story out. All right, here it is. It has a little bit of beer and a little bit of cheese with it, this story. Okay. Pabst Blue Ribbon.
I'm out.
Debuts a collaboration that took 6 months to perfect. All right, the new release may not be what fans expect from the popular lager, but it makes perfect sense. Yeah. If you ever wanted a cheese that tastes like a specific type of beer, let's say Pabst Blue Ribbon, consider your prayers answered. Yancey's Fancy Cheese out of New York, Yancey's Chancy, and Pabst proudly announced all the new Pabst Blue Ribbon beer-flavored cheese, which brings a unique spin on everything from charcuterie platters to epic grilled cheeses, heartwarming mac and cheeses, or just a midnight snack straight from the fridge. Pabst Blue Ribbon brand manager Hunter Cox in a statement was quoted, quote, they did a killer job with the flavor I should have had you read this part. They had a killer job. They had a killer job with the flavor profile, honing the notes of the PBR to sit well with the tang of the cheddar. The combo of the beer and the cheese is unmatched, making this collaboration something special people need to try, end quote. The Yancey's brand CEO stated, we spent 6 months meticulously refining the taste and mimicking the nuanced botanicals to capture the complex taste experience of drinking a PBR. If you are a PBR fanatic.
The nuanced experience of a PBR. All I can say for it is it's cold and it goes down quick.
Yep. If you are a PBR fanatic, this will be your new favorite cheese. Yancey's Fancy Pabst Blue Ribbon beer-flavored cheese is currently rolling out at retailers nationwide. And awful. That is your splash.
I seem to remember, and it's probably still around, but what is beer cheese? Have you beer?
Yeah. So beer cheese is more of like a dip, almost like a spread.
Okay. I just remember you used to see that around.
Kind of like fondue, sort of.
Yeah, I think it was just cheese that you were supposed to have with beer, but I don't know.
You can have it with beer.
No let's see. Now, what is your favorite beer, wine, or spirit?
Oh.
So I'd have to say Toki whiskey.
I don't know that one at all.
Japanese whiskey,
Japanese whiskey.
Suntory.
Suntory. Little higher end, but not fancy, and just really clean. And like a summer afternoon with a little bit of ice, it. Yeah, good.
Perfect.
Good after work whiskey.
Yeah. Now you turned up your nose at PBR. What?
Just
you
memory.
You said, I'm out.
Just memories. So
yeah.
I see.
It's an acquired experience. Yeah, it's learned like Pavlov's dog.
A bad headache after you drink 12 or 13 of those things, and you're just.
After the 15th, you get sick of them.
I was once at Pineview Reservoir in a hot summer day and realized that I had drunk an entire case of Bud Light.
A rack of Bud.
When I was in college. Was that 20 cans? I drank
24
cans of beer. I couldn't believe it. I drank 24 cans.
Goes down smooth and cold.
It was just really cold and really
Yeah.
There's nothing to it. It has almost no taste, you know. Let's see so it says here, how do you handle cheese? Well, you already told us
with
how
a
you handle
forklift.
cheese.
You sell so much.
As often as possible. That's how we handle it.
And
There you
always
go.
with clean hands when you're
Clean
storing
hands,
it.
yes. Wash
I'll
your
remember
hands.
that. Let's see,
safety.
what's the wildest thing you have ever eaten? I like this answer.
Fruit de mer. So this is like a French seafood plate, and you think of like, oh, okay, go down to like Red Lobster, and you get like, oh, crab and lobster and scallops and whatnot, and then the French like have those, and then they add like another 50 kinds of shellfish. You like kind of go out with like a sharp implement and just kind of scrape the bottom of a tide pool.
Yeah.
And some of them don't taste good unless you're like really experienced.
Which one tastes like mud?
This one tastes like mud with a hint of seaweed.
Yeah.
Delicate.
As long as it's fried in garlic and oil, I'm good.
I like the name of it. It's the fruit de mer plate, fruit of the sea. That's what that means. Fruit of the sea. What would you feed your worst enemy?
I think I put cheese whiz.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
So you
Hold still.
So you wouldn't eat a Philly cheesesteak because that has whiz. The best ones have whiz on them.
That's totally it too. We were like, again, 10 years back, foodie family. It's like, okay, we're gonna do authentic, and we put whiz on it, and all of us were like eating it, and like, well, the sandwich is really good. Could we like put some like red butte on that?
Some people put provolone on it, but they say the classic is
the classic is definitely cheese whiz. It was another, again, aside squirrel, but
I understand that though. I don't actually care for cheese whiz myself, and I don't eat a Philly cheesesteak.
So there's this YouTuber, and I can't remember what their name is, but she's Italian and he's American, and she's this food snob, and she's amazing. Just this Italian, big personality, big hair, and he's feeding her a Philly cheesesteak sandwich without telling her what it is, and she eats it, and he's like. He fed her like a New York pizza, and she was abhorred. She's like, "This is the worst thing God has ever put on this earth." But the cheesesteak sandwich she loved. She's like, "Why can't you feed me more of these?"
There we go.
So there you go. Italian critic loves the whiz.
That's it.
So
Loves the whiz.
What could you eat for an eternity? I don't know what this is. La bandera?
Oh, good Caribbean comfort food. Yeah, beans, rice, meat. Yeah. Every day, yeah.
And if you would eliminate one food, what would it be and why? I like that.
Okay, what I put?
Cheetos.
Oh, yeah. It's like the Bud Light of the snack world. It's like it just disappears. Like, where'd it go?
Bud Light.
It wouldn't hurt you if it just disappeared.
It's just gone. Yeah.
One time at Pine Reservoir, Bill had
I ate 15 bags of Cheetos
with the Bud Light, and it just disappeared. Where'd it go?
I have no idea. That's it. I want to thank you for being with us, Britton, Welsch, Beehive Cheese, and for bringing this remarkable charcuterie board. It's just such great stuff.
Thanks, Bill.
It's just delicious. He is the president and CEO of the family-owned and operated Beehive Cheese Company, started 20 years ago?
20 years this year.
20 years ago, right here in Ogden, won all kinds of national awards. You're doing us proud, Britton.
Thanks, Bill. Thanks,
All right.
Jim.
Nice to meet you. That's it for another episode of the Let's Go Eat and Drink Show. Thank you, Jimmy Santangelo.
You got it.
Thank you, Dawson, for running the show. Thank you to Julie for sitting over there.
Thanks, Julie.
It's my kid who came
sitting
by
over
to
there.
watch the proceedings. And let's see. If you have any questions or comments, you can get a hold of us at the Let's Go Eat Show at gmail.com. That's it. I'm Bill Allred. Remember, if you're pouring the drinks, always make mine a double.
Cheers.
Thanks for joining us for another episode of the Let's Go Eat and Drink Show with Bill Allred and Jimmy Santangelo. You can contact Jimmy at www.thewineacademyofutah.com. As for Bill Allred, it might be best to just leave him alone. Comments, questions, or angry complaints to the management should be directed to the Let's Go Eat Show at gmail.com. The Let's Go Eat and Drink Show is produced by Dawson Dow. Our theme music was composed and recorded by Doug Wild. Recording facilities as needed are by the Visit Salt Lake Media Center at www.visitsaltlake.com. The show is a Double Plus production. This is your announcer, Zach Caton, saying, if Jimmy the Wine Guy and Britton Welsch the Cheese Guy didn't talk wine and cheese pairings at least once in this episode, I'll be very disappointed.